These are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Militiaman. And will that rate leak out? Maybe not. We shall see. There were articles to support that an exchange rate change is coming. The citizens are getting hammered in respect to goods, services, pricing, etc. So I feel comfortable knowing that the fear of the buying the dollar is a sign of a big change, thus the closure of the auction. No one wants to be holding the bag and be on the wrong side of a trade with a big move expected to come. That can be disastrous in magnitude. Therefore, the planning had to be done down to the wire. That wire got started Wednesday of last week, so they say, on March 31st, 2021. Let's see what the next 24 to 96 hours brings. Real close anyway, in my opinion. It should be interesting to say the least. Frank26 says, aren't you impressed now that I know it's not signed, but we have a budget? Do you realize that we've never had a budget since 2003 when we went in there to rescue them? There was no budget. Why? There was no need. Why? There was no new rate. Now all of a sudden we have a new budget for the very first time. The president is about to sign it. It's about to come in and bring in the white papers. Don't you just find it delicious? Right, Petra says stopping the auctions. Nobody wants to be on the bad side of the equation. I consider it like hot potatoes. You didn't want to be stuck with the hot potato when the music turns off. The banks are feeling the same way. They don't want to be stuck holding that hot potato and they lose on the transaction. They're very, very conservative. In our opinion, they're being very wise and holding off on those auction until Monday through Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. There's got to be a reason for that. Right now, the budget has not formally become law because it has not been signed by the president to our knowledge and has not gone into the Gazette. The president has between 3 and 15 days to sign that budget. We have until the 14th for that event to occur. Again, rate before budget. The rate has to be in that budget before it becomes law. We're quite a countdown now. All right, Mark Z via PDK. The good news coming out of Iraq is they shut down all foreign currency auctions on US dollar and Iraqi dinar yesterday. They won't sell any more in anticipation of the change in value. One article I read, if translated right, sometimes in the next 10 days they expect a change in value. All right, Frank26 says only pay attention to the Prime Minister Kazemi, only pay attention to the central bank governor Mustafa. All the negativity you see out there in those articles, you must have been well trained how to decipher it. I saw a post from someone today that said, I saw that article today, it was from Parliament. Yeah, it was his opinion, so I flushed it. I posted, well done, good student. That's how you get rid of these headaches. If you really want to be aware of what you're doing with this investment, you have to be a good student. From Pimpy article quote, it will continue for 5 years and 600 pending procedures. Alawi reveals the second part of the white paper. This is the one that people are a little bit confused about. For some reason, people are thinking that the exchange rate is going to stay the same for that long, and nowhere in here does it say it's going to take 5 years before they change the rate. Mark Z via PDK, what's really holding this up, in your opinion? Safety, security. I think they've come to the conclusion, though, that there will never be a perfect release. I think there are a couple things, safety and a reasonable amount for the currencies. Keep in mind, guys, that over 2 trillion in dinar have been taken off the streets in about a month. And out of illegal, illicit, and nefarious hands throughout the Middle East, you can see in the news they have done a tremendous job getting it off the streets. Then there is the timing. Is there a good crisis to roll it out? I think one more good financial crisis and boom, we are there. I believe we are now at any day thing based on what I am hearing. All right, Militiaman article quote, U.S.-Iraq strategic dialogue to take place on April 7th. The relationship between the U.S. and Iraq, including its military presence in the country, is based on a strategic framework agreement since signed in 2008. It called for close defense cooperation to deter threats to Iraq's sovereignty, security, and territorial integrity. The talks due to take place next Wednesday will focus on security, counterterrorism, economics and energy, political issues, and educational and cultural cooperation. Gotta love the timing of things. The economics and energy has my attention for obvious reasons. The oil deals we see of late are about economics, yet security is part of that and big time too. Um, Watch and see, this is all for a purpose. I like it, in my opinion. Petra, guess who's coming to Iraq in a couple days? Barzani and the head of Kurdistan. His deal is done. He got his 13.97%, which is a lot more than I thought he was going to get. He's coming to town. Why would he be coming to town? It's not to negotiate some more for his contract. He's got it. It's signed. It's done. The timing, it makes a lot of sense. Mark Z via PDK question, do you think there will be taxes on this? Mark Z says, no, I do not. I have been told repeatedly there will not be taxes. Could I be wrong? Yes.